My dear friends, perhaps you have been waiting for the day when you finally feel ready to speak English. But what if confidence does not come before practice? What if it grows from a few sincere minutes of courage every day? You do not need to study for hours or erase your natural accent. You simply need a focused routine that trains your mouth, strengthens your voice, and helps you speak more clearly. Today, I want to practice that routine with you. By the end, you will not only understand how to improve your pronunciation, you will hear your own voice becoming clearer, calmer, and more confident. Many people believe they must pronounce every word perfectly before they can speak confidently. But confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence grows because you speak, make mistakes, learn, and speak again. Your accent is not evidence that you are bad at English. It is evidence that you learned another language. It carries the sounds of your first language, your community, and your history. You do not have to erase that history. You only need to make your English clear enough for another person to follow your meaning. Before we finish, I will guide you through a simple 10-minute pronunciation routine. You will begin with your breath, move through a few important sounds, learn how to give English its natural rhythm, and finish by speaking a short passage with greater clarity and confidence. But first, I want you to notice what happens inside you when you pronounce a difficult word. Perhaps your jaw becomes tight. Perhaps your shoulders rise. Perhaps you rush through the word because you do not want anyone to hear the mistake. Maybe you lower your voice at the final sound. Sometimes the pronunciation is not the real difficulty. The tension around it is. A relaxed mouth learns more easily than a frightened mouth. So let us begin with one sentence. Do not try to make it perfect. Just say it naturally. My voice deserves to be heard. Say it again. My voice deserves to be heard. Maybe one word felt uncomfortable. Maybe your rhythm was slow. That is all right. We will return to this sentence later, and you may be surprised by how different it feels. I know how painful it can be when someone asks you to repeat yourself. It can feel as if the entire conversation has stopped to examine your English. You may think, they did not understand me. My pronunciation must be terrible. But being asked to repeat yourself is a normal part of communication. Native speakers repeat themselves too. Rooms are noisy. People speak quickly. Attention moves. One moment of misunderstanding is not a judgment of your intelligence. You are allowed to repeat a sentence without apologizing for your existence. You can simply say, of course, let me say that again. Try it with me. Of course, let me say that again. Listen to the calmness in that sentence. You are not hiding. You are helping the conversation continue. Some learners spend years studying English silently. They recognize thousands of words. They understand videos and read difficult articles. But the muscles used for speaking have received very little practice. Knowing a word and producing a word are two different abilities. Your brain may know exactly how a word should sound, but your lips, tongue, jaw, breath, and voice still need to learn the movement. This is why pronunciation improves through physical repetition. It is closer to learning a dance than memorizing a fact. When a dancer learns a new movement, the first attempt may feel awkward. The dancer does not conclude, "My body was not born for this." The dancer slows down, notices the movement, and repeats it until the body remembers. Your mouth deserves the same patience. You do not need to practice for an exhausting hour. 10 focused minutes each day can be more useful than one long session followed by 6 days of silence. Daily practice gives your mouth a chance to remember yesterday's movements and strengthen them today. Let us experience those 10 minutes together. For the first minute, do not speak yet. Let your shoulders fall. Relax your face. Allow a little space between your teeth. Move your jaw gently from side to side. Now breathe in slowly through your nose. Let the breath move low into your body. Then breathe out without forcing it. Do that once more. As you breathe out, make a soft sound. Ah. Do not push it. Let your voice ride on the breath. Now bring your lips together gently and hum. Feel the vibration around your lips and face. This simple preparation matters because clear speech does not begin only with the tongue. It begins with steady breath and a body that is not fighting itself. Open and close your mouth a few times. Let your tongue rest behind your lower teeth. Move it slowly to the left and then to the right. Now say these three sounds gently. Mi, ma, mo. Again with an easy jaw. Mi, ma, mo. You have completed the first part of the routine. You have told your body that speaking is safe. During the next 3 minutes, I want you to practice only a few useful contrasts. Too many sounds at once can turn practice into confusion. A small number, practiced carefully, can change the clarity of many words. Let us begin with 2 vowel sounds that learners often mix. The shorter sound in ship and the longer sound in sheep. Listen first. Ship, sheep. In ship, the sound is short and relaxed. In sheep, the sound is longer and the lips may spread slightly. Say them with me. Ship, sheep. Sit, seat. Live, leave. Fill, feel. Now place the words inside short phrases. A big ship. A clean sheet. Sit here. Leave early. Listen to this sentence. Please leave the green sheet on the seat. Now say it slowly. Please leave the green sheet on the seat. Do not worry if the sentence feels difficult. Choose one contrast and make it clearer. You are training attention, not performing for an audience. Now let us work with final consonants. These small sounds can carry important meaning. If the final sound disappears, rice may sound like rise, cap may sound like cab, and need may sound like knee. The goal is not to attack the final sound. The goal is to finish the word. Listen, need, help, work, best. Now say them with me. Need, help, work, best. Feel how your mouth completes each word. Try these short phrases. I need help. It worked well. That was the best part. Say the final sentence again and give best a clear ending. That was the best part. Many learners begin a sentence strongly and then allow the final words to disappear. But the end of your sentence deserves breath too. Do not abandon it. Now let us practice the th sound. Place the tip of your tongue lightly between your teeth. Let the air pass around it. You do not need to push your tongue far forward. Listen, think, thank, 3. Now say them. Think, thank, 3. For the voiced version, keep the same position but add your voice. This, they, together. Try this sentence. I think they will come together. Again, calmly. I think they will come together. If your TH does not sound perfect yet, do not stop the sentence. Keep the meaning moving. A difficult sound should become one part of your practice, not a wall around your voice. Now we will move to the 5th and 6th minutes, where something more important than a single sound begins to appear. That something is rhythm. People sometimes believe good pronunciation means saying every sound perfectly. But listeners also depend on stress. English has strong words and weak words. The important words stand up. The smaller grammatical words often become lighter. Listen to this sentence. I want to buy a new phone. The important words are want, buy, new, and phone. The other words support them. Say it slowly with me. I want to buy a new phone. Now let it become more natural. I want to buy a new phone. Try another one. She sent the email this morning. Stress sent, email, and morning. She sent the email this morning. Now change the meaning by stressing a different word. She sent the email this morning. This suggests that she sent it, not another person. She sent the email this morning. This tells us what she sent. She sent the email this morning. This tells us when she sent it. Pronunciation is not only the shape of a sound, it is also the shape of an idea. Stress tells the listener where to place attention. Now let us practice word stress. Listen to the word important. Important. The second part receives the strongest beat. Important. Say it with me. Important. Now say comfortable. Comfortable. Do not give every syllable the same weight. Let the first part carry the stress. Comfortable. Try these words. Remember. Together. Conversation. Opportunity. Listen again to opportunity. Opportunity. One part is strong while the others move around it more lightly. Now say this sentence. Every conversation is an opportunity to improve. Again, with clear stress on the meaningful words. Every conversation is an opportunity to improve. You may notice that some unstressed vowels become very small and relaxed. English speakers often use a soft sound in weak syllables. This is one reason natural English does not sound like a row of separate dictionary words. Consider the word about. We do not usually say every part with equal strength. We say about, with a light first sound and a stronger second part. About, try it. About, now say, I want to talk about it. Listen to how to and the first part of about become lighter. I want to talk about it. This is not lazy English, it is rhythmic English. During minutes 7 and 8, we allow words to connect. When people speak naturally, they do not place a wall between every word. The end of one word often moves toward the beginning of the next. Listen. Pick it up. If I separate every word, it sounds like this. Pick it up. But natural speech flows. Pick it up. Say it slowly. Pick it up. Now let it connect. Pick it up. Try another phrase. Turn it off. Slowly. Turn it off. Naturally. Turn it off. Now, can I ask you something? Listen again. Can I ask you something? The words can, I, and ask move together. Say it with me. Can I ask you something? Natural contractions also help your speech flow. Instead of always saying I am, people often say I'm. Instead of I will, they say I'll. Instead of do not, they say don't. Listen. I'm ready. I'll call you. I don't know yet. Now say them with me. I'm ready. I'll call you. I don't know yet. Do not use contractions because you are trying to sound impressive. Use them because they are part of normal spoken English. Now let us combine linking, contractions, and stress. I'll call you when I get home. Say it slowly. I'll call you when I get home. Now let the smaller words become lighter. I'll call you when I get home. Try this one. I don't know if I can make it. Again. I don't know if I can make it. Can you feel the sentence moving in groups? You are no longer carrying every word separately. You are carrying the meaning. This is one of the greatest changes a learner can make. Stop trying to pronounce a sentence as 10 isolated words. Speak it as 2 or 3 meaningful groups. Listen. When I finish work, I'm going to meet a friend. The first group is, when I finish work. The second group is, I'm going to meet a friend. Now join them. When I finish work, I'm going to meet a friend. Your listener does not need every word to be equally strong. Your listener needs a clear path through the sentence. For minute 9, choose one natural sentence and shadow it. Shadowing means you listen carefully and then follow the speaker's sound, rhythm, and energy as closely as you can. Do not copy only the words. Notice where the voice rises, where it falls, which words become strong, and which words become light. Here is your sentence. I used to be afraid of making mistakes, but now I see them as part of learning. Listen once more. I used to be afraid of making mistakes, but now I see them as part of learning. Now say the first group. I used to be afraid of making mistakes. Again, with a clear beat on afraid and mistakes. I used to be afraid of making mistakes. Now the second group. But now I see them as part of learning. Stress now, see, part, and learning. But now I see them as part of learning. Now say the whole sentence. I used to be afraid of making mistakes, but now I see them as part of learning. Do not chase the sentence. Let the rhythm carry you. Minute 10 is where many learners avoid the most useful step. Record your voice. You do not need special equipment. Use your phone and record one sentence. Then listen without insulting yourself. This matters. Do not listen and say, "I hate my voice." Do not say, "My accent is terrible." Those thoughts are too general to teach you anything. Ask one small question. Did I finish the final consonant? Or, did I stress the important word? Or, was my jaw relaxed? Choose one detail. Correct that detail. Then record the sentence again. Pronunciation improves when judgment becomes observation. If you try to correct 10 things at once, you may feel defeated. If you correct one detail, you can hear progress. That is your daily routine. Relax, practice a few sounds, work on stress and rhythm, connect the words, shadow one sentence, and record yourself. 10 minutes. Small enough to repeat, focused enough to matter. Let me tell you a simple story about a learner named Lena. Lena understood English well, but she rarely spoke during meetings. She was especially afraid of words ending in consonants. When she needed to say worked, asked, or helped, her voice became so quiet that the words almost disappeared. After one meeting, she decided that she needed more grammar. So, she studied more grammar. She learned new vocabulary. She watched more videos. But during the next meeting, she was still silent. The problem was not a lack of knowledge. Her mouth had never practiced saying the words she already knew. Lena began recording 3 sentences each morning. At first, listening to her own voice felt uncomfortable. She wanted to delete every recording immediately. But she gave herself one rule. She was allowed to correct only one detail each day. On the first day, she worked on the final sound in helped. On another day, she practiced stressing the most important word. Later, she practiced speaking in groups instead of stopping after every word. Her accent did not disappear. She did not become fearless overnight. But her speech became clearer. Then something quieter began to change. Because she had heard herself make mistakes and survive them, mistakes no longer felt like emergencies. A few weeks later, she spoke during a meeting. Her sentence was not perfect. One word came out differently from the way she had practiced it. But she continued. Another person responded to her idea, and the conversation moved forward. That ordinary moment mattered. She discovered that participation did not require perfection. It required enough courage to remain in the conversation. Perhaps you are waiting for a dramatic transformation. But real progress is often much quieter. It is the day you say a difficult word instead of avoiding it. It is the moment you repeat yourself without embarrassment. It is the first conversation in which you think more about your message than your accent. I want you to check your progress now. Return to the sentence we used at the beginning. My voice deserves to be heard. This time, do not make every word equally strong. Stress, voice, deserves, and heard. My voice deserves to be heard. Say it slowly. My voice deserves to be heard. Now connect the smaller words and let the sentence flow. My voice deserves to be heard. Can you feel the difference? Perhaps your sounds are not dramatically different, but your intention is clearer. Your rhythm gives the sentence confidence. Now let us build a slightly longer thought. I may not speak perfectly, but I can speak clearly, calmly, and honestly. Listen first. I may not speak perfectly, but I can speak clearly, calmly, and honestly. Say the first group. I may not speak perfectly. Now the second group. But I can speak clearly, calmly, and honestly. Put them together. I may not speak perfectly, but I can speak clearly, calmly, and honestly. When you lose control of a long sentence, divide it into meaningful groups. Do not divide it in random places. Keep words together when they carry one idea. For example, if I make a mistake, I will correct it and continue speaking. Now join the groups. If I make a mistake, I will correct it and continue speaking. Let us add linking. If I make a mistake, I'll correct it and continue speaking. Listen to correct it. The final sound of correct connects to it, right? Correct it. Now say the complete sentence. If I make a mistake, I'll correct it and continue speaking. That sentence is more than an exercise. It is a practical promise you can carry into your next conversation. There will be words you still pronounce incorrectly. There will be sounds that need months of attention. Some people may ask you to repeat yourself. None of this means your practice has failed. The goal is not to become a person who never makes a pronunciation mistake. The goal is to become a person who can notice, adjust, and continue. Clear speech is built from hundreds of small corrections. A stronger final sound, a more relaxed vowel, a better stress pattern, a sentence spoken with enough breath to reach its ending. Now I want to give you one final passage. It will bring together the sounds, stress, linking, and rhythm we have practiced. This is not a test. It is a chance to hear what your voice can do when you guide it with attention. First, listen to the complete passage. I used to hide difficult words because I was afraid of saying them incorrectly. Now I slow down, breathe, and speak with purpose. I listen to my voice without judging it, correct one small detail, and try again. Every honest attempt makes my English clearer and my confidence stronger. Now let us practice it in meaningful groups. I used to hide difficult words. Say it with me. I used to hide difficult words. Stress hide and difficult words. I used to hide difficult words. Here is the next group. Because I was afraid of saying them incorrectly. Say it slowly. Because I was afraid of saying them incorrectly. Now connect it to the first thought. I used to hide difficult words because I was afraid of saying them incorrectly. Let the smaller words become lighter. Keep the main meaning strong. I used to hide difficult words because I was afraid of saying them incorrectly. Now the next group. Now I slow down, breathe, and speak with purpose. Say it with me. Now I slow down, breathe, and speak with purpose. Give each action space. I slow down, breathe, and speak with purpose. Next, I listen to my voice without judging it. Say it again and connect judging it. I listen to my voice without judging it. Now, I correct one small detail and try again. Stress one, detail, and again. I correct one small detail and try again. Finally, every honest attempt makes my English clearer and my confidence stronger. Say it slowly. Every honest attempt makes my English clearer and my confidence stronger. Finish the final sounds in attempt, English, and stronger. Do not let your voice disappear at the end. Now say the entire passage with me. I used to hide difficult words because I was afraid of saying them incorrectly. Now I slow down, breathe, and speak with purpose. I listen to my voice without judging it, correct one small detail, and try again. Every honest attempt makes my English clearer and my confidence stronger. One more time, but now trust the rhythm. I used to hide difficult words because I was afraid of saying them incorrectly. Now I slow down, breathe, and speak with purpose. I listen to my voice without judging it, correct one small detail, and try again. Every honest attempt makes my English clearer and my confidence stronger. You may have stumbled over a word. That does not erase what you accomplished. You spoke a complete passage. You used meaningful groups. You stressed important words. You allowed smaller words to become lighter. Most importantly, you continued. That is what confident speakers do. They do not always speak perfectly. They remain connected to their meaning, even when one sound is imperfect. For the next 7 days, give your voice 10 sincere minutes. Use the same routine. Begin by relaxing your body. Practice 2 or 3 useful sounds. Work with stress and rhythm. Connect a few words. Shadow one sentence. Record yourself, correct one detail, and repeat. You can use the same sentence for several days. Repetition is not a sign that you are moving slowly. Repetition is how the movement becomes natural. If the TH sound is difficult, practice it gently. If final consonants disappear, give them attention. If every word feels equally heavy, focus on rhythm. Choose the difficulty that matters most to your speech right now. Do not compare your 7th day with another person's 7th year. Compare today's voice with yesterday's voice. You may not hear a great change after every practice session. Progress often becomes visible only when several small efforts gather together. One day, a word that once frightened you will leave your mouth without permission from fear. One day, you will finish a sentence and realize that you were thinking about your idea, not your pronunciation. That is a beautiful kind of progress. If you practice with us here at Lumina Academy, leave a comment and tell me which sound is most difficult for you. Your answer may help another learner realize they are not struggling alone. Your voice already has value. It does not become valuable after you achieve fluency. It does not become worthy after your accent changes. Practice is not a punishment for having an imperfect voice. It is an act of care for a voice that deserves to grow. Let your mistakes show you where to place your attention, but never allow them to decide whether you should speak. Take a breath. Say what you mean. If necessary, say it again. Courage begins when your voice is still imperfect, and you use it anyway.